It's May 6th, 2021. I'm up here in my bed, in here, in the loft, so to speak. And this is not going to be a flashy video. I don't have energy for that right now because I got sick, and I just wanted to update you guys on it because I want to be real and honest with you guys and tell you the truth, because I know some of you maybe follow me on STRAVA, and you're like, Sage hasn't been running at all. Is he hiding his workouts? Is it secretive? No, it's not. I haven't been active. I haven't been running. I've been spending most of my time here in bed because I got pretty sick, and I'm still trying to overcome it. It was really interesting timing, actually. And I will say, when I get back to running on Strava, I will post my workouts on Strava because some of my sponsors actually require me to post on Strava. But I digress there. Last week, I came back from California, Canyon's coverage for Mutt Running. You can check out our channel at Mutt Running. Great recap video that our friend Steven Ganoza made. Check that out on the channel. Link to it in the description below. It's our new little business venture at Mutt Running on social media for race coverage and updates. But anyway, came back from that trip, got my second dose of the Pfizer COVID vaccine, and I thought I was having a really bad reaction to the vaccine, which is pretty rare. I had the typical, symptoms of fever and chills and some weakness the next day, but then I started getting this weird lung pain, like around my ribs, and I was like, wow, you're like a 1 in a million side case here where your muscles are spazzing out around your lungs. It's really weird. It's really rare. Most people do not have complications from the vaccine, and now in retrospect, I realize I didn't have complications from the vaccine. Instead, with the timing of it, it was really interesting. I somehow developed pneumonia. And first thought there, of course, is maybe you actually got COVID and then got pneumonia from COVID, which I'm not ruling out. I got tested for COVID and got a negative test on that. That doesn't necessarily mean I didn't get COVID, but it would be kind of ironic if that happened between my vaccine shots. Not totally unlikely, though, because they say after your first Pfizer shot, about 3 weeks after that, you're about 60-70% kind of protected against the COVID. But, I had trouble breathing all of last week. My ribcage hurt. It hurt so much I couldn't even lay down all the way back in my bed here. I had to sleep sitting upright downstairs on the futon because it was so painful. I just thought my muscles were tensing up in my lower back around my ribcage, the intercostal muscles basically, and it's been really hard to breathe. And in retrospect, I probably should have gone to the doctor last week. Sandy was urging me to go to the emergency room over the weekend. But for those of you that don't know, in this private healthcare, in the U.S. healthcare system, I basically pay about $300 a month for what we call a catastrophic health insurance plan. And that means that if I got in a car accident, had a big bill of like $20,000, something big like that, I would have to pay about $8,000 first out of my own pocket before I got healthcare and support for a catastrophic type of accident, right? So it wouldn't totally bankrupt me. Now, that's what I pay for, and that's what I buy into in this private insurance plan. I get a free physical once a year, I get a free flu shot, I got a free COVID vaccine, and I get access to first world healthcare, but with these little costs of, I don't feel well, I feel sick, my ribs are collapsing in on me, I can't breathe. My thought process over the weekend was, do I really want to go to the emergency room and spend $500, $800 out of pocket just to be said, you need to rest up or whatever? And I didn't. In retrospect, I probably should have done that because pneumonia is pretty serious. But it was a thing you think about when your deductible max out of pocket is about the same, and it's about $8,000 USD. So anytime I go visit the doctor, I have to pay for it out of pocket. Anytime I get an X-ray, which I had to get several for this, but X-rays are okay because they're about 10 times cheaper than an MRI. But I paid for my MRIs out of pocket as well, and that's looking at several $1,000s that you have to pay just up front. Just to see a doctor, you have to pay, and scheduling things was a little difficult, but I'm very fortunate. By the time Monday rolled around, this was several days ago now, I was able to get in and see a doctor, and I'm really thankful for that because the people working at the clinic I went to, which was a new clinic, were very helpful, very kind. Everyone was so responsive and on top of things. I was able to get x-rays. The doctor I saw was super knowledgeable. He said, we need to x-ray your lungs right away, before even checking things just from my symptoms. boom, you have pneumonia. And you can see the x-ray shot there. So that makes a lot of sense actually, because it's getting pretty hard to breathe, and pneumonia is pretty serious. And you know, to tell you the truth, I'm not out of the woods yet. I've been pretty sick and had to stay in bed most of the time, you know, pay for the prescription antibiotics as well. I think I get a little discount on that with my health insurance, but I'm on a couple different antibiotics. If it's viral or if it's bacterial, or if it's bacterial pneumonia, the antibiotics would help. It could easily be viral though, and then the antibiotics aren't helping. So a lot of bed rest. It's gonna be a long recovery. I'm not gonna lie, like this is just the energy. I've just been totally sapped. It's been hard to do any sort of work or video content. Running's out of the question, and I'm able to lie down and sleep now. And I've been sleeping a lot because pneumonia, you know, it's serious. It's something that takes a lot of lives, and yeah, it's still hard to breathe. To tell you the truth, honestly, it hurts to take like a really deep breath, and even talking on this, I'm getting a little winded. So really a tough blow, and you know, I wasn't gonna run a ton. Those first couple days after getting PT treatment, dry needling and stuff, I wasn't running because I was trying to correct my running form and do some special PT exercises, but now I'm really set back with this illness. You know, it could just be a freak thing. I got pretty cold out at canyons covering the finish line area, and I don't know, maybe I got exposed to some weird fungus or bacteria, but then again, it might be viral. I hope I didn't expose anyone to my illness, and yeah, it's I guess I'm thankful it wasn't a bad reaction to the COVID vaccine, which I realize in retrospect would be very, very rare. And most likely I'm gonna have complications from pneumonia or COVID or something like that. So just an update with you guys. Don't mean to be long and boring here. Thanks for watching this rant on healthcare in the US, so to speak. And I'll be resting up, but hopefully we'll get outside. I'll finally get running again and get fit, get you some action workouts outside. But no, it's probably gonna be a while to ramp things up, hopefully for a summer mountain racing season. So thank you so much for all your support on here. Thanks to title sponsor Hoka One One, keeping the dream alive. Got some Mach 4 content to release, as well as thanks to the Patreon supporters for keeping this channel going, making things possible, subscribing, liking on here. Follow me on social media at Sage Canada, as well as on Strava. Thank you again. Hope you're doing well, and stay tuned for more via 2Max Productions.